So for this one, we're going to create a broken glass effect. Going to look like that. First off, I'd almost forgotten this. I have a little comment that I made up here. First, try something silly and odd. Choose a drawing shape, like the line segment tool or a rectangle or ellipse, and then hold down the tilde key. The tilde key is the one next to the 1 on your numeric keyboard, underneath the escape key. So, I mean on your typewriter keyboard. So let's give that a shot, just for grins. Yeah, that was the last assignment. Let's make a new one. Okay, so I'm going to pick a tool, like the ellipse tool. Maybe the line segment tool. And then holding the tilde key down while I draw. Isn't that weird? I cannot imagine why you would want to do that, but you can. Do it with the circles. That's holding the circle key and the Alt key down. Excuse me, holding the tilde and Option keys down. What if I hold tilde, Shift, Option, or Alt, Shift, tilde? Huh. How's about with the star? All right. Well, that really is pretty silly. Kind of cool. I have no idea what you would ever use that for, but it's cool. Alrighty, let's get on with the main event. I'm going to make another document, but this one is going to be in landscape rather than portrait. And I'm going to type some text. Broken glass. Or whatever you feel like typing, right? Broken, hit enter, glass. Now I need it to be a nice, really thick, chunky font. Okay, so I don't have a font suggestion, do I? Well, I guess I'll go find one. Now, I seem to suggest here that I'm going to make it in 2 separate text boxes, positioned one beneath the other. And after I type it, I might want to decrease the tracking, which is the distance between the characters, to put the letters more close together. Well, we certainly do have to find better than that. I don't really care about whether it's in 2 pieces or not, because I'll be able to move the letters later, because I'm sure that I'm going to convert them to an outline. But let's find fonts, all right? Fonts. Good old Impact. Poplar Standard. Yeah, that'll work, right? I think the letters are close enough together, but what I was talking about in here was using the character window, type, character, and finding the kerning between the 2 characters. Well, that one, the tracking, right? So we can make the letters closer together if we so chose. Looks like broken class rather than glass. All right, there we go. I'll just go with that. Alrighty. So I can predict that the next thing I'm going to do is to choose type, create outlines. But let's go to the instructions. So there's my text. Why do I say this? I found that reducing the space between the characters is not always a great thing, as it made moving the broken pieces around more difficult. So, to create a more bolder and comical effect, try selecting individual letters and modifying their font sizes. I don't think I'm going to do that. Then I need to do type, convert to outline. Once I do that, I'm going to start drawing some triangles with the pen tool. They're going to create the fractures in the text. So let's do that. Select the text, type, create outlines. And then I could ungroup it if I so chose. I'm not sure if I want to or not. And maybe I'll group the top set together. And then maybe I'll group the bottom set together. All right. And I guess I could double click on, one letter and expand it, and then double click on the background. If I want to make certain of these pieces, have slightly different appearances, like some of them be rotated, I'm just double clicking on them so that I can, rotate their appearances or move them up and down a little bit. Yeah. All right. I think that's about enough. Now, using the pen tool, I'm going to set this for a different fill. The fill is actually not important at all, but I do want to be able to see through these things as I draw, so I'm going to change the opacity of my fill. I'm going to lower it a little, and what I need to do is just draw some triangles that are going to create fractures. So like click, click, click. There's one. Oh, and it's not transparent, but who cares, right? Click, click, click. And it's got the thing where it's grabbing as you draw. I don't know how to disable that. You know what I mean? When I'm dragging my cursor and it'll click to the next thing that I've drawn. There's got to be a way to, snap to point, that's what it's called. And I don't want to snap to point, so I'm going to disable that. So click, 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 right? Now, if you go too nuts drawing these, it's going to take forever to do the next step. But you want to draw enough to make it look good. All right, that's probably enough. Then select a triangle shape and click on Object, Path, Divide Objects below. And then do that for every triangle, but you can't select more than one of them and do it. Let's see if I'm a liar. If I select two of these guys, and this I'm just experimenting, and choose Object, Compound Mask, Compound Path Make, then can I do Object, Divide Below, Object, Path, Divide Below, and have it work? No. All right, didn't think so. Okay, undo that. Okay, so I'm going to select one of them and then choose Object, Path, Divide Objects Below. You see what it did? I'm going to do that for each one of these. Object, Path, Divide Objects Below. Object, Path, Divide Objects Below. Apparently I have more than one thing selected. Let's try that one again. Object, Path, Divide Objects Below. Object path, divide objects below. I wish there was a keyboard shortcut for that. Object path, divide objects below. 3 more to do. I don't know what I hit, but it wasn't the right one, so I'm undoing it. There we go. I could just tell, apparently, that I probably had clicked one of the other things. All right. Not much farther to go. Object path, divide objects below. Okay. So now it's all broken. Well, how could I tell that it's broken? Well, I'm going to select all the text and I'm going to do ungroup. But then I'm going to give it a red stroke just so that we can see that, yep, it's broken. Now I'll probably go in and remove the stroke. But for now, what do I want to do? I want to select each piece and then just move it a little bit, right? Kind of like, you know, it's been hit. And maybe I didn't break them up. Whoops, get back over there. Maybe I didn't break them up into enough pieces and I should have, you know, drawn more triangles, but I think it'll look okay. Yeah, that's kind of the effect that we're going for. I'm using the cursor keys now. Yep, like that. Yeah, I'm tempted to go in and, you know, do it again with some more shapes. But that demonstrates the point. You get the idea. So we've seen several different ways that you can cut things now, right? We'd already seen the use of the knife tool, which is hidden under the eraser tool, where you just draw a line through something, and that makes it capable of being cut. But now we've seen divide below, right? Object, path, divide below, and that's kind of cool too. Alrighty, then just go ahead and save it and upload it.